What's up, y'all?
Sup,
How
y'all?
y'all doing?
How we all doing? Welcome to the Pedal to the Metal podcast. Hey, American Meck. How are you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Me too. I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to the future, man. I'm excited. I feel like every day is a blessing and fortunate to be doing this podcast with you, man. Just keeping it going. Excited for everything that we have doing. We have some people who are listening to our stuff lately. They're excited about, I already used that word. I want to say they're amazed at what you can do with your push ups and sit ups and crunches, especially getting more fit in 2025. So, man, I know this is a big ask of you. Are you open to doing some push ups, sit ups, or any of that type of thing tonight?
Not really.
See, that's what I figured. Me, I don't really want to do them either, man. So, but are you open to doing them in the future on future podcasts this year?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's try to do them next time for the next podcast, okay? I'd like to see us do them in the future. But I don't want to do them either, man. I'm on the same page as you. So we'll both do them and we'll both become more fit together in 2025 with the future coming ahead.
Where's your camera at, bro?
What's that?
Where's your camera at?
What do you mean camera?
I don't see a camera at all.
Uh, You don't see me on video?
Nope.
I see us both on video on Discord. I think there's something wrong with your Discord. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong on your end because I have us recording right now on our podcast and I see both of us and I also just checked Discord and we're both on there. So there's something going on your
Oh,
end if you don't see me.
okay.
Can you figure it out? Because I'd like for you to be able to see me during the podcast if you can. All right, I'll be right back.
There we go. Now it's fixed.
All right, I don't see you though. So yeah, you just got to fix that part of it. You still see me? Because I see you.
Yep.
Oh, great. It's much better seeing each other. I like to have that kind of like more personal conversation with you when we're doing this. So that's great. You didn't see me the whole beginning of that podcast of our podcast today. That is what you're saying. Is that correct?
Yep.
Oh shit. Oh man. Well, yeah, I got my new Phillies hat on tonight, man. I'm excited for the baseball season. It started up soon. Hope they do good this year. This hat's a little tight on me. I just purchased it. It gives me like red marks on my forehead. So I was reading into it. It says I have to like steam it. I have like a teapot and I'm gonna put some water in it, boil some water, let the steam come out the teapot and steam the edges of it. Keep it on for like a half hour once or twice. It says it'll help stretch it out because I tried the next size up. For me, this one's a 7-1 7-1-4 7 1/4 on the new era cat. 50, yeah, it's 5950 new era brand cap. This is the one they use, like the players use in the game. That's why I wanted it. Is to I felt like it's more authentic to wear the same hat the players wear in the game. But it's just too tight on my head with this one, and the size up that I tried was too big that they had available. So I have to steam this one with hot heat and try to make it bigger because it's so tight. I've been stretching it by pulling on it a bit and stuff, but it's just still too tight. It's getting a little better than it was though. I'm happy. Before this, I purchased the 7 1/8, which was way too small. I returned this and I got another one that was a size up at Dick's Sporting Goods, which like I'm not saying it's a great place to shop, but they did have hat that I wanted, and I was able to get it the same day that I went there. So it was convenient. It's like, some places are convenient. You spend a little bit more money, but hey, I checked online and the same prices online. It's about the same. They had the same prices, so it was all good, and I'm happy with it. This is the one I wanted. It's the same one I got like 10 years ago. I was wearing the same one, but it was like a lot. I don't have it with me in my on my hand right now. I wish I did, but to share with you all, it's a little bit darker now because it's been used. I wear my hats. Like I don't just like all my hats that I have, I pretty much wear them. I don't just like let them sit. Or some people they collect things and they don't wear them. They just like to collect them. Whereas me, the things that I collect, I also try to use for the most part.
Yeah,
Not
I
always.
used to have I used to have a bunch of hats, but I don't know where they went.
Nice. What types of hats did you have?
I had an Overwatch hat, I had a Monster hat, a Fox hat, a racing hat, um, a Coley hat, um, that was like an Arctic hat, basically. A Coley Arctic hat. It was a pretty cool hat. Um, yeah, I had a bunch of hats.
Cool. I know some of those names. I knew the Fox hat from dirt biking. I used to wear like a Fox hoodie. I talked about it in the last podcast. I know the Monster hat. That's the energy drink. Those things will get you. I used to drink those things a lot, especially in college, and I still do to this day from time to time, but not as much as then. I used it as my like Adderall slash like ADD drug because like I was when I was young, I was actually like prescribed by doctors. They offered me the opportunity to take different like things like that. And I turned them down because I realized like they make those types of drugs just make me too like hyper and like they make me not who I am. So I'm happy with being like without taking drugs of any kind right now. I've been pretty like I don't take anything. And I'm saying that like it's something I'm comfortable with sharing to say is that I don't take any drugs at the moment of pharmaceutical drugs. I do drink alcohol. I do smoke weed, THCA that is, which is also basically weed. And I also do a lot of caffeine. But those three things, like the Monster Energy drink, that thing really does give you the same effects, I think, as the drug because I did take the drug. I've taken Adderall, I've taken those kinds of like drugs, and I can tell you that uh, taking a Monster Energy drink gives you the same type of kind of like that energy buzz. It's very strong. It's all kind of the same concept of things. Same with nicotine. Nicotine is actually something that I take as well. And I think nicotine gives you a focus and like a energy to it. When I don't, I've been taking nicotine for 2 or 3 years now. Pouches is how I kind of started, but before that, I was doing cigarettes. If I went out to like the bars, I used to be really big into going out and doing nightlife stuff. So I would take a lot of cigarettes from people. I would ask them, "Do you have a cigarette I can get off you?" And they would normally say yes. Somebody would. There would always be people outside with cigarettes. These days, when you go out to nightlife, there's actually a lot less cigarettes. It's more like people vaping or doing pouches like I am. It's really rare, actually, in my area. Whereas, like bars that I used to go to, people would smoke inside of the bars at one point. Now there's no smoking inside the bars, but they're smoking outside the bars. But even then, it's like the smoking of cigarettes has gone way down compared to what it used to be. And we can thank that to what we're doing. Me and Meck, we got the Zen and Alp, and we feel both healthier, and we're both happy with them. We still like the cigarette every now and then, but hey, I haven't smoked like a cigarette in like a year because when I see them, they don't even like attract me. I'm already feeling good. I already have the nicotine buzz off the pouch. Like, why do I need to have a cigarette when I already have the nicotine inside of me? I don't need one. But it's kind of like a classic feel. It's more of like if you smoke a cigarette, it gives you that classic feel. But anyways, I jumped into this. We were
I
talking about
actually went
we were
back to cigarettes,
yeah
to be honest with you.
yeah we were I jumped off topic here. We were talking about hats, and I jumped all into that from the monster hat from there. You said you have a fox hat. You don't know where your hats went. You had a fox hat, you had a monster hat, and you had a bunch of other hats. You said Arctic hat. That was kind of interesting. I don't know what Arctic is. I don't know what the other hats that you mentioned all were. Those two hats specifically, the fox hat and the monster hat, stood out to me when you mentioned them because those were things that I connected with, and that's why I brought up like this whole conversation. Did you want to talk about the other hats that you had? Do you have anything to mention about the other ones?
Those are like really the main hats I had that I can remember.
Nice. Now, were they like this one where they were like no snapback, or did they have a snapback on 'em where you could snap it in and it's all sizes and you could just move the size around?
Some of them had a snapback.
What was that?
Some of them had a snapback to them.
Gotcha. And some of them did not.
Oh, get this.
Come back on video,
My
bro.
mom.
Wait, come back on video before you talk, because we need to see your face here on the Pedal
All
to the
right.
Metal podcast. We're on Rumble. We're on YouTube. We're on other places soon. Here we go.
My mom
Get
said that we can have a chicken farm, but I have to take care of it. So
nice.
I gotta look up and see how chicken coops are taken care of. So I gotta
Well,
learn how they're taken care of.
I know people who have chicken farms. The issue is you have having a rooster, and the rooster makes a lot of noise. It goes cock a doodle doo in the morning, really early, and that can bother people who are around you. If you're close by, if you have neighbors close by, that could cause a noise ordinance or something. So you have to figure that part of it out. Make sure your neighbors are all cool with it. If you're gonna have a rooster making that loud noise in the morning every day, that's
I
one
just
of the
want the ones that make eggs.
yeah.
Are they the one that make eggs?
Well, the rooster and the females together, they're the combination. They make eggs.
Oh, great.
Like the rooster is the male, and then the rest are the females. The females make the eggs, but you need the rooster to make the females make eggs. That's the issue. Yeah, just
So the
like
loudmouths
yeah. So
make
it'll
noise.
very loud noise, super loud. It can cause a disturbance if you have neighbors close by, and that's the issue. You have to figure that out if you can make that happen with your neighbors being okay with it. That's why people who have
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
a lot of people who have like chickens and make their own eggs have their own eggs made by their chickens. They have their own land that's not close to neighbors and doesn't cause that kind of issue in a lot of scenarios. That's why it's not common to like go to like the city or well, the city has so many cars that make loud noise. I don't know why you couldn't have a chicken nest or chickens there, I guess, but it's not common. Yeah, I don't get that's an interesting thought there. Why aren't there more chicken egg farms within cities with humans? It's because it's hard to get land that's clean, but you could probably figure something out on some spots. It's an interesting thought. It's definitely tough because there a lot of people they just live in apartments there and it's tough to have that land that's available or like a place for the chickens to be. But yeah, man, that's cool if you want to do chickens.
The only hard part is it's going to be hard to not let them get killed by the wild coyotes.
No, well, it depends where you're at. If there's coyotes or not. Coyotes are definitely this crazy animal, man. Those things. I saw some information about them today actually, and they attack animals much bigger than them, goats and horses. And goats, they'll actually fight back against coyotes, and horses, they run away. Like they don't fight back, they run apparently or something. That was the info that I saw today. I don't know if that's true, but and horses are much bigger than goats, so you would think. Anyways, I got some something to share with everybody here tonight. This here is a machine that I have. I have it plugged into the wall currently on this device here. And then you hear there, I don't know if you heard that beep. Could you hear that, Meck?
Yeah, what is that?
This here is iTechnic. I bought it I think many years ago for like 20 bucks, maybe on eBay or Amazon, probably eBay. And it's got this thing inside of it. So right here is the top, put it on the top, and then it's got a button here. It's called a frother. You push this button when it's plugged in. Right now it's not plugged in, but you open it up. It has this thing inside here. It's like a metal thing. Clean it off uh, every time I use it if I can, and it plugs in to the bottom of this here. And when I pop it onto this thing, and it makes that noise, that unplugged from the wall here. But when it makes that noise, beep, it means it's turned on. And when I hit this button here, it has three settings: hot, hot, and cold. I think. Oh wait, maybe it has four settings. Yeah, four settings. The blue one is the cold. So it has four settings, and see here, I got some water in this cup, which is John Deere cup. You know John Deere? It's a big company
Yep.
in the yeah, fuck yeah, you're American Meck. Yo, I would give you a cheers right now if I had a drink. Do you have a drink on you? Yeah,
Cheers, mate.
take cheers for knowing John Deere. I'll take a sip of this water, but I'm gonna use the water. But yeah, fuck yeah for knowing John Deere, man. John Deere is dope. So I'm gonna pour this water into this thing here. I showed you what was inside of that spinner jaunt. And then I'm gonna put this, so I have this, and this is what the top looks like. And then I'm gonna put on top. This also comes out. It's another one of those jaunts. And so I have this stuff here. I think you'd like it. It's kind of like I haven't had it in
So
a
it
while.
changes it to hot and cold.
Yeah, the machine goes hot or cold, and it spins that thing around inside of it that I showed you. This here is the good stuff. It's called Matcha Love. It's backwards on my screen. Matcha Love. That's a heart.
What is it?
This thing here goes for like 20 bucks. Made in Japan. See the top of the lid here? It's Japanese writing.
Tea? Coffee?
Yeah, it's a tea. Matcha. So it's got this powder inside, this green powder. See this?
Yeah.
I'd scoop some of it out, but this thing, probably like that much. I have the water in this thing. Dump the tea in, and then I put it on the machine. You hear the beep. It's turned on. Turn on the hot setting. Starts spinning inside. It's this thing's heating up right now and spinning it around that powder I just put into it into the water and heating it up at the same time out of this cup, the water I had in this cup I showed you. So we're gonna wait for it. It's called the frother. And this is really high quality matcha. This is like the highest quality. This stuff gets you buzzed, man. This is the high because it has a ton of uh, caffeine inside of this. It's more caffeine than green tea. It's more caffeine than black tea. It's the most caffeinated tea that you can buy. And you can get this at any grocery store pretty much. Super popular. You gotta wait a couple minutes, few minutes for this thing to spin around and heat up. But I'll show you kind of what it looks like when it comes out, and I'll drink it, and then we'll do more potting because it'll hype me up. This is my next. This stuff is gonna get me buzzed for the pod, man. You like tea? You drink any kinds of tea?
No, not really.
Really? No green tea or black tea or that's crazy. Or even half and half tea with alcohol in it ever?
I mean, I drink the alcohol iced tea,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
the half and half iced tea,
I haven't
and
had one of those in a while, but yeah.
I drink the I occasionally have my mom's iced tea that she makes, which is really good. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, let me go get my cigarettes real quick. I'll be
All
right
right.
back.
This thing's almost done, actually. I can feel it. It's really heating up and spinning harder at this point. Takes a couple minutes to get that good froth. Ah, it just finished. Oh, wait for Meck. Gotta show him this. So, anyways, the first time I had matcha tea was actually in Japan, and that happened when I saw like they had a park, and I went to get these things. They were like soy balls or something like that, like filled with soy, and like they were disgusting. They were the only food I didn't like in Japan. I got them at this beautiful park, the most beautiful park in Japan, which was I think in Shinjuku or Shinju. I forget the name off the top of my head, but I went to the beautiful park, ate these balls, disgusting, but I got this drink there, and that was the first time I had matcha, and it tasted great. I drank it at this beautiful park, hanging out, and it was a total amazing experience. Made in Japan because tea, like green tea, is from Japan. Like they make the best. They have the best tea leaves there. So Mac, this is what it is. Just heat it up here. I'm gonna pour it into this cup. Oh wow. So there's a ton of froth on top of it. I can't show. Damn, I can't really like show you. But yeah, it's really super dark or like super light green, which is how it should be for ceremonial matcha versus the darker green, which is more of the food grade matcha.
Nice.
And it's hot. Yeah, man, drinking some good hot uh matcha tea tonight. Popping in these nicotine pouches, these mint ones. I gotta get some of those fruit ones again. Those are so good, man. You're fortunate to have those right now. Gotta get some nines like you got and try those. Shit, I'm getting those next, bro. What are you smoking tonight?
I'm smoking a cigarette.
What kind of cigarettes do you smoke?
Camel Crush.
Yeah, I remember you telling me to get the Camel Crushers before. Last time I got them, like a year or two ago. You told me there's a button on them you push, like a thing you push down on. Am I right? Do you push down on that thing?
Yep. It kind
Yeah,
of makes it like mentally.
nice. Yeah, I gotta get me some cigarettes. I think I'm gonna get the Marlboro Reds. Do you like them?
Those aren't bad.
I feel like that's the most American cigarette to get.
I like all cigarettes.
Yeah, that's how I am basically, I guess. It's like whatever I get is what I get. But if I'm
Yeah, I
gonna,
don't think I had a bad cigarette yet.
yeah, because normally I bum them off people. That's how I get them. So whatever I get is what I get. And you were the first one who told me about the camels with the bun and things like there's a thing you press down on and it changes the flavor or whatever. But I do know that Marlboro Reds are like the most American one. They're pretty American apparently. Well, that you can
My
still get.
brothers got me into these, and ever since then, I just really like them.
Nice.
I tried other different ones, but I just stuck to these.
Nice. Are there different flavors of camels? I forget.
Yeah, there's like 4 different types.
Which one
I
you
tried
got?
all of them.
Which one do you got?
I tried all different ones, all the different flavors.
What's your favorite flavor?
The red one,
So Camel
Rich.
Reds.
Camel Rich is my favorite.
That's what you say when you want to order a pack, right? You just walk in and you say Camel Reds.
Camel Rich is my favorite
Oh,
flavor.
rich. Oh, rich, not red.
I mean, you can say the red one, but
Wait, but you like the rich, like rich, like is in like lots of like rich. I don't know. Rich is in like not as in the color red, but rich is in like prosperous is what you're saying.
hmm
All right, I'm gonna get me a pack of them. What do those cost these days?
like $7, I think.
For how many?
$7, I think.
How many do you get in a pack? 14 or something?
I don't know. I would have to count.
Doesn't it say on the pack?
No, I don't know where to read that.
It probably says it in a big letter, like 7 or 10 or 14,
It doesn't say.
21. Ah, really? Hmm. I bet it does, and you just don't know where to find it. It has to say how many are in it.
It doesn't.
That's crazy. Can you count how many are in like no, you don't have to do that. We can just look that up. If anybody's interested, we can just all look it up on the internet. It's not that hard. Anyways, yeah, I'll get myself I don't know. I was thinking the Marble Reds. I don't know. What's you think the Marble Reds cost more?
Hmm,
Or are they like the same price? The Marlboro Reds versus the Camels?
maybe.
Maybe I'll get both and then I can compare them. Just have to bum them out to people. Because I like my nicotine pouches more than cigarettes, but I could go for a cigarette now that I see you smoking one.
I wish we had the candy cigarettes that you were telling me about down
Oh
here.
yeah, yeah, in Japan, like this tea.
Like, what the frick? Why don't we have those down here?
Yeah, at least we got flavored nicotine pouches that are like candy flavored, like the fruit flavored candy uh Alp pouches. Those things are like candy nicotine pouches though. You say you were chewing on them like gum or some shit last podcast. Yeah, I gotta get me some more of those fruit ones, man. These mint ones just aren't as good as the fruit ones. I'm telling you, you got the best ones. We're at 31 minutes in the pod, bro.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, I wanted to share the whole tea thing with you tonight. I don't know if I doubt you've ever had matcha tea like I just showed you, but you can get one of those things for 20 bucks, like the machine, and then you can just get some like the powder, which costs 20 bucks as well, but it lasts a long. It's a lot of powder, so it'll last you a long time. It's worth the price, and it's a good alternative to energy drinks. It gives you the same kind of buzz. But the thing with the tea is like it gives you a buzz for hours and hours. The the energy drinks, they give you a buzz. It's really strong for like 3 or 4 hours. But these things, they give you the buzz for like 7 hours consistently once it starts hitting. It's a weird kind of caffeine difference. That's how I think of it. And it's also, but it's like
Yeah, where's
not.
that
It,
for a
it doesn't
high?
doesn't hit you like coffee. Like coffee hits me hard, but this stuff is like that perfect mix. I like this better than coffee at this point, and it's like rare to see anybody drinking this or liking this. Everybody in America is so fixed on coffee, but this stuff is great, and you can get it from Japan. Great country. We're allies with them. This is my rug, bro. Ugh.
You trying to send me anything free?
I hope so. You might have something coming. I'll let you know. But that's my
Really?
chenille rug. Yeah, I'll let you know. There might be something coming to you soon. I am not 100% sure yet, but I'll let you know if there is. Got. I know you enjoy doing opening videos and stuff because you get free stuff. You're like, heck yeah, let's go.
Do I really?
Yeah, I mean, you got that book, right? And yeah, you got that book I sent you. That was awesome. You drawing those awesome drawings in that thing. You ever find it
Oh
or?
yeah, that is true. Wonder what the next thing is gonna be.
Yeah, if there, I think there's gonna be something coming to you eventually. I don't know when, but I got more stuff coming to you. I do know that book is dope. And do you have that book, or did you ever find it? I know you lost it.
I found the book. Whenever I showed it to you,
Yeah, I thought you lost it or something.
no, I found it. It was underneath my desk.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you
It
got all
was.
the. You got a good amount of pictures in there. Don't you have like the taco truck in there too?
No,
Oh, I thought you did the drawing of your taco truck in there.
I never did that drawing yet.
You did do. Oh, you didn't? I swear you did at one point. Maybe it wasn't in the book. You never did that drawing? Yeah, I guess you didn't. Damn. Can you
I don't
can
even know what to draw for that.
remember when we used to do the challenges in our podcast? I would challenge you to do a drawing or something. And you would challenge me to do a drawing. I challenge you to do the chocolate. No, you. I swear you did the top. I guess you didn't. Maybe not. Yeah, you kind of did. I do remember you did, but it wasn't like it was like you did something with a taco truck. I swear with a drawing. I have to like look back. I don't think I feel like it, but you did a drawing with like a taco truck. No, am I wrong? Like,
I don't know.
I swear you
I
did.
had another book, but I don't know where it went.
Yeah,
I
I
had a
think you.
bigger book.
Yeah, I remember that one. I think you might have done it in that one because it was one of your first drawings, maybe then, like before you got the one that I sent you. But I do challenge. I guess I challenge you to do another one if you can of another taco truck with a dragon on it. That would be my challenge to you. Do you have a drawing challenge for me?
I don't know if I want to do a drawing challenge.
Half the time we never even did them anyways, but it's just coming up with one right now just for fun of it. Like, do you have a challenge for me?
Um, Maybe not. Draw an alligator eating a shark.
I'll let you. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can do that. Do you have a pen around me or something? I could do it right now if I had one. Nah, I don't. Ah, shit. But yeah, alligator. You said alligator eating a shark.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I also like we've said things that we're gonna do. We don't always do them. Myself, I'm guilty of it. I promised us. I said I got us so hyped up. I said I was gonna do a video of your dragon in a video getting shot at by bows and arrows or something. I have to look back and find that one, but I want to get that done still. Got that on my mind. But yeah, I want to. There's a lot. It's a
We
lot.
should put
Like,
ourselves in a movie.
uh, I feel like that's what we're doing here with the podcast, though.
To Chad and Mike in a movie. The great Star Wars movie.
Just finished off my matcha tea. Alright. Yeah, we're at 40 minutes. Fuck you. Uh, yeah, what's going on, man? Any topics on your mind?
How's Trump doing in office?
Doing great. The best. Better than any president we've had in our lifetime. Guaranteed. Thoughts on that?
Oh no, what's he been doing? He keeping his word?
Yeah. He's been keeping his word. The first thing that he did on day one, the first month, getting all the illegal immigrants out of our country uh, the um, with the ICE, and then Doge, and then Maha, and then cryptocurrency is kind of cool. What he's doing with that recently, and then AI technology and uh, keep world peace. Working on that with all of these things he's saying his plans out loud on camera in front of us rather than President Biden, who I don't know what he was doing the whole time he was president. Nobody knows. But with Trump, everything's pretty transparent, which is awesome. Seeing him say things every day on camera, in person, like, this is what I'm doing. This is my team. This is what we're doing. Listen to this person speak about this thing that's important. Listen to that person, and doing a uh, basically in the first after his first month in office, he did a town hall type of meeting with all of all of the important Democrats and Republicans together in like an inaugural, I
Wasn't
don't know
that the
how,
Congress
a
meeting?
meeting, like a meeting, and speaking about what he's accomplished so far, what he's looking to do. This is stuff that previous presidents never did, was letting the people know what they're working on, what they've done, what they've accomplished, and where we're going. So creating things like tariffs and how we're gonna do things for the long term rather than the short term. There might be some issues in the short term, but the long term is what's important, and what we need to look at is further ahead. How are we going to see our country going forward years from now rather than months from now? Because in the months from now, things might get tough. We might have to pay more for groceries. We might have to pay, who knows? Things could be tough in the next few months. They could be worse than they've ever been. But that's the short term.
Really?
Yeah, really. They could be worse than they've ever been in the short term. The long term, we're changing our country for the long term though, which is the most important thing. We're gonna look ahead to the future so that future generations in America, and that including our generation after this, this year is going to be tough. 2025, we're fighting off all of the problems that were within our country. 2026, 2027, 2028, and forward, we're looking at the brightest future America has had ever. We're looking at the golden age of prosperity and peace. So I'm excited for what's ahead, because the short term is like nothing compared to the long term, which is what matters most. And that's what Trump has been talking about and doing and working on, and putting out there transparently with the world is what he's doing. So I'm looking forward to it, man, and I hope you are. We're so blessed to have Trump as president. He was saved by God after he got shot in the ear at that Butler rally in Pennsylvania to make America great again, and we're going to be doing that as a team, as the great American team that we are. God bless America. Let's freaking go. Yeah, man, I'm hyped for the
Yep.
future. Thoughts on everything I said?
God bless America.
Yep. Where? Any other thoughts for this podcast? Any other things on your mind?
Say, let's go, Trump. Let's go, America. Let's keep rolling.
Nice. 100%. Proud to be an American. Proud to have my podcast here with you, Meck. Our Pedal to the Metal podcast together. Free speech. We have it again. It was taken away from us on so many levels, and it's back greater than ever, thanks to our rights and the Constitution being upheld through the Trump administration. So
Yep, freedom of speech is everything.
it really is. And in certain countries right now, they don't have freedom of speech. And we would, if we were holding our podcast in those countries, we would be in prison right now for what the things that we've said. And we have said some things that would make the government of those countries super upset at us to the point where they would imprison us, guaranteed. And I'm proud to be able to say those things with you here, even though like it might not make sense and things that we're saying are just things that we're thinking. Being able to say the things that we think is freedom of speech, and that's what we're fighting for here in America, and that's in our Constitution for as the number one First Amendment for the best reason, because that's really what brings freedom to a country. Having freedom of press, freedom of religion, all of those things, we have them here. Other countries don't have those things, and we hope that those countries decide to have those things, and we're pushing, especially for Europe, to stand up to their government tyranny or whatever and fight back for those things that we have here in America, because it truly is the thing that will make your country great, just like ours is great and becoming great again. God bless America, the land of the free, the home of the brave, and we have the best cities when we make them great again. Because they're kind of shitty
Great
actually right
and
now.
great. God love USA.
Yep. We get to choose our own places where we want to work. We get to choose how we serve others. And we get so many things that are amazing in this country. And we're building it back better. Like Biden said he was going to do, but we're actually doing that this time around. Making the factories here, making the economy great, making the safety great, making the freedom free, kicking out illegal immigrants that came here illegally.
Bye bye, legal immigrants.
Yeah, getting out all those things that they bring with them that are bad for our people, including fentanyl. Major issue, especially in places like California. Lots of homeless
I feel
people
like
on
that has to
this.
do with illegal immigrants as well
It
because
does.
they're bringing in drugs.
Yeah, fentanyl is a huge issue affecting people all across the country and world, but especially in our country, California, and the West Coast, where people come here illegally, bring it, and we're going to get rid of it because it's a horrible drug that gets you so addicted and ruins lives. It's not like addiction like nicotine or alcohol. It's much worse. It because it kills so many more people and it causes them to become retarded. And that's a word that we might not have been able to use if we didn't have free speech. Is that one, the R word, retarded? They become retarded. These people who do fentanyl, and they no longer have brain cells that work. Everything that they do is focused on getting more fentanyl for the most part, and that's where like their goals and ambitions go. And we need to change that so that we can put that towards something where they can make the world a better place than a less good place. More life than death. And that's what we need. Because we want to see the human population succeed. More babies, more human beings on this earth than less. And we already have seen populations drop in all these different countries. Japan, one of my favorite countries, has had the lowest birth rates, and we're not sure if they're going to be able to maintain their population, and it could collapse if they don't start having more babies. So that's an important factor. Ah, man. Yeah, I just love this country, though. It's just the best. Nothing else like it.
Nothing
Proud.
else.
Nothing else. Absolutely no other country is like America. No other country is free like us. No other country can say the things that we say and do the things that
No.
we do and have the weapons that we have. We have the most armed citizens in the world. It's lit.
I love my freedom.
All right, we're at 51
Still there?
minutes. Yep. You see me still?
Ah, not really, but it's okay.
All right. Yeah, put your camera back up. I think it's facing down or something. All
Okay,
right.
now I can see you.
All right. I think your camera's off again. All right, you back. All right, you want to close this one out? You got any more topics you want to talk about here tonight, or
But I still want to own a farm.
all right? Yeah.
That would be a lot of fun to own a farm.
A farm can mean a lot of things. There's a lot of different types of farms. So, what kind of farm are you thinking of?
Right now, it's just a chicken coop.
See?
But maybe I want my own pig.
But are you gonna eat the pig, or are you just gonna want to own it as like a pet?
Maybe both.
That's funny. Maybe
Make sure it's
both.
healthy and then eat it.
Oh man. If you just have one
Or make
pig,
sure it gives birth and then make sure it has babies and then be like, I have a farm with pigs.
yeah, I like pig, man. I like bacon. I like pork. It's good. I like ham. It's all great stuff. Pigs are very smart animals, and if you have one as a pet, they're I've seen people who do, and they enjoy them as pets because they're also great pets to have. Depends what
Point.
kind of pig you get. Yeah,
That would be a lot of fun.
making me want some bacon right now. I don't have any, damn.
Bacon is the best.
You know your own pig will probably eat bacon. I bet. Because it's just so good. Yeah, pig, chicken coop, cool.
If you were to own a gun, what kind of gun would you want?
Well, that depends if I own a gun or not. But I would say, hmm, some kind of rocket launcher would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
Something that makes a big explosion. Just to have fun with it, blow shit up, and like practice with it, have fun with it. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Any chance you want to play some Rocket League?
Oh yeah, Rocket League. I played with you the other day actually for the first time in like a year, man, and I was a little upset 'cause we lost like 3 games in a row, 10-0. What was up with that? Because I thought you were like a really good player. I thought you played. I thought you were like
I
five.
was, but we just sucks.
I thought you were like 5 times my level, and you were like sitting in the goal and like not blocking the shots and like not attacking the ball in the beginning. Do you normally like not attack the ball in the beginning or?
I don't know what happened, but we
I'm
just
trying to.
sucked at
I,
those
I'm
games.
I'm I'm up to play with you. I'm just trying to figure out your strategy here so we can do better in the future here. Like, do you normally do when the game starts and it goes 3, 2, 1? Do you tend to attack the ball or kind of stay back?
I tend to attack the ball.
Okay, because it seemed like you were not attacking the ball in the beginning and you were kind of sitting back a lot when we were playing. Maybe I'm wrong. You just have some misses on the ball or something. I'm using like my keyboard to play because I use my computer, so it's a little bit difficult for me sometimes to get all the moves down. But I was expecting more from you than I saw, is what I'm saying, because I thought you were way better than you played. Like I was expecting you to be better than me, but you were playing like at the same level as me.
I don't know
So
how you play with keyboard.
I don't understand why you weren't playing it better than me though. I'm playing with a keyboard. I'm doing just as good as you. I need you to step it up, bro, so we can win some games and not lose 10-0 every time. If we're gonna, I'll play you. You know what I'll do is I'm gonna play you 1-on-1, and I'm gonna see so I understand that you're playing and how you do stuff, and then we'll go in because we were doing 2-on-2s. I think I have to play you 1-on-1 first to understand like what your strategy kind of is, and that'll help us with the 2-on-2s. Yeah, for a 1-on-1 battle.
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's do it. Got your nice game controller too. I hope, I'm hoping you beat me honestly because you're like 5 times the level of me. But I'm gonna put in my best effort to beat you. So be prepared, man. And I might surprise you on some things. Getting there, figuring out like when the ball drops, you have to hit it at a certain time. Sometimes you have to let it bounce a couple times before you hit it. Just if you want to be safe, that is. Sometimes you gotta take that risk. If you're a good player, like you could probably get it on the first drop. For me, it's like I have to. For me, because I'm not as good as the good players, I have to let it bounce a couple times before I hit it. Is what I found personally, and like getting those speed boosters on the side sometimes. Like when it's 1-on-1, you can get a lot of those speed boosters pretty fast. When it's like 3-on-3, the other cars they take a lot of the speed boosters, so you don't have as many. Is what I found out. So it's like you always have the extra speed 1-on-1, but on 3-on-3 you don't always have the extra speed. So you have to put that into like kind of accountability of playing and stuff. Uh, What do you do normally? Like 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3?
3-on-3, 2-on-2. But
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Let's do it. All right. You want to close this podcast out and we'll play a game or two?
yeah. Just so you know, I can't really talk that much when I'm inside because my parents are sleeping. So I gotta keep it down.
All right. All good. We won't be talking in the game. We'll just play it. That's what I don't even talk in the game. I don't even have my voice chat connected.
Well, you can connect it.
I know you can. I just don't. I mean, if you want to talk, we can just talk on our phones while we're playing.
Why don't you just connect your voice thing to it?
I'd rather talk on the phone because I feel like it's more privacy to it. Whereas like if you're talking in the game, sometimes other players can hear and stuff. It's like and then I leave the audio on. So if I'm not talking to you, eventually it's like I have my audio on still, so I'm talking. I have to like remember to turn it off. It's just easier for me to do it on the phone.
We'll just play some 2v2s then.
All right. Well, I do want to one-on-one you. You don't want a one-on-one anymore? Like one.
Not really.
All right, we'll try a 2-on-2 then. We'll work on our teamwork together. I like playing 2-on-2 with you. It's fun. You got me into the game.
Sounds good.
You want to close out the podcast?
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed Pedal to Metal podcast tonight. Meck's gonna give us a closeout. Let's go.
Y'all have a great, wonderful night. We all love y'all. Peace out.
Peace.